Eating is a warming experience. Seriously, this is one of the reasons why we eat more in winter. The presence of food in the belly makes us feel warm and toasty. Now, the term for this is meal-associated thermogenesis. Now, feeling warm and toasty is nice, but there's a fine line between warm and toasty and hot. Hot is not particularly attractive. So avoiding hot following meal is prudent. And this is one of the reasons our body flips the off switch on eating. Now, the existence of the switch is not news, but how it works is. A team of researchers from Germany have managed to piece it all together. It's complicated, but it's potentially exploitable. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we discover how food makes us hot and what we can do to maximize that hot so we eat less. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, hepalumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. Now, to get digestion started, acid is required. So food takes a dip in the acid fat of the stomach. Big bites of protein are chopped and diced into smaller peptides, which slip out of the stomach into the small intestine for further processing. But the small bites of food are embedded in an acid sludge. Ouch! The acid must be neutralized. Cells in the upper small intestine, known as S cells, reach out to the pancreas for help by secreting the hormone known as secretin. The pancreas obliges, neutralizing the acid by squirting in bicarbonate-containing pancreatic juice. Processing and absorption proceeds. But the pancreas is not the only organ in the body that hears the small intestine screeching. The sound travels. Despite being a million miles away from the digestive tract, brown fat cells hear the screeching. The sound chills them to the bone, sparking a flurry of activity. Here is a PET scan showing what happens to bat cells when someone is injected with secretin. The bat cells begin spewing out fire and brimstone. This is hot work. And neurons get hot and bothered. Now, among the neurons in the body that are exquisitely sensitive to the heat are a set of neurons deep inside the arc nucleus. These guys control your appetite. The hot causes them to shut down feeding to avoid a case of heat stroke. It's the gut-secretin-BAT-brain axis. This happens in mice and men. So how can this be exploited? Well, one idea is to increase secretin. The researchers tried this. They injected mice with recombinant secretin. This did stop them eating, but the effect on weight was very small, and it came at a price. So don't expect a secretin mimetic drug pill to be on the market in the foreseeable future. But this doesn't mean you can't turn up the heat. Eat for more secretin. Your digestive tract notices what's in the bites you take. It has to. Getting a fat digested requires a completely different set of tools to a protein or a carb. Now, as a rule, more acid is needed to digest protein, and more acid needs more secretin. So try to obey the rule of thirds at every meal. Eat a little protein, a little fat, and a little carb to optimize gut hormone signaling. And avoid using antacid meds on a routine basis. Now, the other part of the gut-secretin-BAT axis you can manipulate is your levels of BAT, that is your brown adipose tissue. Now, BAT is one of those things you can be blessed with lots of, or you can be deficient. Your BAT cells are probably less about genetics and more about your living conditions. In short, if you want to be endowed with lots of BAT cells, you need to freeze your tush off on a regular basis. Seriously, BAT is your built-in body heater. Of course, if there's not much call for it, well, you don't make it. And as a rule, people with weight issues typically are somewhat deficient. Since BAT cells burn lots of calories, they're pretty useful in and of themselves. But this research suggests that they're more than a catabolic heater. They also control appetite. And if you have a tendency to overeat, this can be most helpful. More BAT would mean a bigger burn after eating. The bigger burn would bring warmer temperatures to the appetite control center, resulting in an earlier shutdown of eating. Less calories in, that means less calories to process. A weight watching win with the help of biology, not psychology. Download the free willpower report for more ideas and strategies on how to use biology, not psychology, to eat less. And begin the journey today to creating better body chemistry and better health. Interested in discovering more ways to create better body chemistry or need a little help getting your body chemistry on track? Visit our website at www.betterbodychemistry.com. Browse our library or enroll in one of our courses or programs. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Know someone who is weight watching? Share this video with them so they can light a fire on their fat burning efforts. And if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you catch future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.